Hi everyone and welcome to the JavaScript tutorial series for beginners. In this series, I'm going to be teaching you guys the basics of JavaScript. So this first video will be an introduction and setup video. So let's dive in. First of all, what is JavaScript? JavaScript is the programming language for the web because it is used all over the web. JavaScript is used on the client side and on the server side. In the client side, it is used to add interactivity and dynamicness to your HTML and CSS pages, and on the server side, it can be used to make a backend for your website. Moving on, we have uses of JavaScript. So whenever you are learning a new programming language, you might think that what can I do with that? So this should not be a concern for you if you are learning JavaScript, because you can do a bunch of things in it. Like you can make games, you can make desktop applications, web applications, mobile applications, and much more. Because JavaScript has a lot of frameworks and libraries like React, React Native, Vue, Angular, and the list goes on. So let's get started with the setup. So let's start with the setup. So this series is meant to teach you guys the basics and the fundamental concepts of JavaScript and not HTML and CSS. So I'm not going to be making an HTML file and then adding a script tag and then writing my JavaScript. Instead, what I'm going to be doing is using an online IDE because it will be more manageable. So the link to it will be in the description. So the online IDE I'm going to be using is called Replit. So when you are on the home page of Replit, you have to click new REPL, and in that you have to select JavaScript as a language, and then you have to name your REPL. After that, click on create REPL and wait for a few seconds. Alright, here we have our online IDE. So I'm gonna be explaining this IDE more in the future videos, and from the next video we are gonna be understanding the basics and the fundamental concepts of JavaScript. Until then, see ya.